we're really just looking to have a conversation. This isn't like a big stand on stage seminar. This is us talking to you about why we've joined Lenders One. What's the benefit for you? How does this all work in your favor? So do we need to wait for Gemma to join us, or can we get
I am right here, but yeah, you guys have done such a wonderful job with all of our members. Super excited that you're having this webinar today. So very, very much appreciate that. Up to you. You guys can go and kick it off right away, or you can wait for a few more to jump on. But with it being recorded, it'll be the gift that keeps on giving, and we can certainly share this out to the membership base too.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. We'll give it another 60 seconds or so. Richard, did we ever get that list of all the lenders that are already part of Lenders One that are using Sales Boomerang? Do we have that? Or do we have a count?
We do. I just have to get it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe we can share that. And let's get some feedback from the folks on the line. Just to say hello. Let us know where you're from, and you know where you're listening from, or which company you're with. So I will let you know while we wait for a couple more people. Boulder, I'm in Boulder, in the house. You guys can chime in. Again, remember, conversation, not a presentation, just a conversation here. We will be sharing some really cool things with you guys in just a second, but would love the involvement if you can.
We're just saying hi. Let us know there's a pulse.
No, I think everyone is in a different meeting, and this is in the background for them.
Yeah, I agree. I think you need to be going like this, like, yeah.
Little do they know that the first person that answers gets $100 bill.
Yeah, crazy.
And they don't know that, but that's how we operate here when we do these things. It's all right. We're trying, Jem. We're trying to get them to participate.
I promise you they're there. You're not alone on this.
All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. Well, look, for those of you that are here and listening, why don't we get going? And for all of you that are going to be watching this recording and laughing at our attempts to get people to participate, it's a good laugh. Enjoy it. And it is the gift that keeps on giving. We are, my name is Alex Kosician. I'm co-founder, CEO here at Sales Boomerang. And with me, I have the amazing Richard Greiser, that is our VP of marketing, and just, he wears many hats, but he is a wizard at marketing communications. So you guys will hear from both of us today. And as you can see, we wear our mission on our slides and on our sleeves and on our shirts, and we talk about it everywhere we go. That is no borrower left behind. That is also the concept of creating financial friendships between you and your borrowers. And the combination of Sales Boomerang and Mortgage Coach allows us to really talk about the right loan at the right time for every borrower every time. It's very important that we are looking at your entire customer base, and you are recognizing who those people are that you can service that could use your help right now. And so we have a really cool way to start this conversation. You're the first ones to see this out of everyone in the industry. We have not presented this out in the market at all. So cheers to you. Where's my cheering button? All right. Cheers to you and to us, because this is a really cool presentation, and to help you guys understand what's actually happening in database. So what does Sales Boomerang do? In a nutshell, we let you know when someone in your database is ready for a loan and which loan they're ready for, right? Simple. And then of course, you'll hear us talk a little bit more about Mortgage Coach. Now that you know they're ready for a loan, how do you present the value? And so we have Alice here. Okay, this is a story of Alice, and this is her timeline and lifeline in regards to home buying and her mortgage experiences. And as you can see, Alice started her experience in owning her first home in 1990. And there's been 9 transactions in her life since that time. And if you take a minute to read through those transactions, you will see that it's a variety of experiences that she's had: buying, selling, refinancing, a lot of refinances in the early 2000s. And you'll see that back to back opportunities, taking advantage of the market. And of course, with the final transaction in 2022. And what this means is these are people. Alice is not a once in a lifetime person. Alice is one of millions or hundreds of millions that exist. Okay, and Alice exists in your database, but she's not alone in your database. There's probably hundreds of Alices, maybe thousands of Alices in your database. And database, by the way, we just want to make sure you guys understand, a database isn't just somebody that's done alone with you, right? So if you're going to take a note, if you're actually there, if you're going to take a note, I'm going to keep making fun of it, Richard, until somebody actually responds. If you're going to make a note today, make a note on this. If you can wrap your mind around what a database really is, you are miles ahead of many others in the space. What is a database? A database consists of people that have taken a mortgage with you, right? They are an actual mortgage holder that you've done their loan. It consists of your denied customers, credit denied, whatever reason they were turned down for a loan. That too is part of your database. It also consists of your pipeline, the people you're currently talking to. The deal isn't finished, it wasn't funded, but you've taken an app, you're in conversation, you're in process. And so that is part of your database too. And then of course, your leads, right? The people you've reached out to, you've tried to get their attention, you have value to offer, they haven't responded, but they are people that you have attempted to build a relationship with. They've heard your name, even if they haven't done a mortgage with you or taken an application, but you've reached out to them and you've made contact and just haven't gone anywhere with it. That's part of your database too. So understanding that those 4 pillars are all part of your database, you'll understand you have a lot of Alices. And so to sort of fast forward this, had you been part of Alice's life and had done all of the transactions for Alice from the start, you would have had a pretty significant amount of commission there. And that's an average that we're looking at, right around $28,000. But if you have 100 Alices, your commissions would have been 2.8 million. I think just 100 Alices. That's it. Not 100,000, but just 100 Alices, right? And for the lending institution, if you're getting 57,000, you had 100 Alices, where you got 5.7 million there, right? And so think about that. We just multiplied this by just 100, and you're talking about millions just from one person or one small group of people. That is what we've discovered inside people's databases from our launch. And look, 2021 alone, and Richard, jump in anytime you like. In 2021 alone, okay, just understand this. We were able to track from the sales Boomerang side alone, 270,000 transactions from within someone's database. That's very important. And we calculated that on average, a lender using sales Boomerang gets a 38x ROI. That's for every dollar invested, you get $38 back. Richard, I'm not a financial advisor or a professional investor, but that sounds like a pretty good return to me. What do you think?
I'll do that all day long with my investments for sure.
Yeah, I always laugh. I'm like, my only question would be, how many dollars can I give you?
Yeah.
How many dollars can you turn into $38?
Keep in mind, that's the average. Some have way higher.
Yeah. If you follow us on LinkedIn, you guys have seen the Retention Rockstar Awards. That's for every lender that gets over 50x ROI. So if they've produced every dollar invested, they produce $50 back. We celebrate them, but we're not celebrating them for the money they made. It just means they've helped that many people in their database come back to them. That is what we're celebrating ultimately. But since we need a black and white sort of measurement, an ROI is a great way to measure that. But that's what we want to bring to you guys, to the Lenders One community, is these types of results. For you all to go into this type of market that we're in with confidence and not fear, right? That's what we add to the partnership. And we most definitely do not look at ourselves as a vendor. We look at ourselves as a partner. And for all of you listening up, this is another great note to make. This is not just for Sales Boomerang or Mortgage Coach. This is for you guys to think about all your partners. A vendor is someone that gives you what you want. Literally, you ask them for something, they say, yep, I got you. That's a vendor. A partner gives you what you need, right? That means they're listening to you, they're challenging you. and by they, I mean us, we do this, but all your good partners should be challenging. You should not just take every request as gospel, but rather ask why, what's in it for you, and what's it going to look like over a year from now, and give you a solution that's scalable for your team and not something that you think is going to be a Band-Aid for a problem you may be having. So that's a great partnership. Okay.
I'll add one piece on that last slide. We give ourselves a report card. That 38x ROI, we are invested with our clients, right? And we want to make sure that they're doing well with us every single step of the way. And we give a report card every quarter, monthly even, and make sure that our lenders are making the most out of the intelligence that we're sending. That 267 lenders that you see there, you guys are in good company. There's a lot of L1 members that are already our clients. You're looking at one of them right there on the screen. That's Catherine Campbell. She's Assurance is a member. We've got a whole bunch of very successful clients that could go through them. ANN, you know what I mean? You got Draper and Kramer, Residential Wholesale, Sovereign Lending Group, Southwest Funding, Success Mortgage Partners, Trinity Oaks. The list goes on. So you're in great company, guys, and gals, if you want to learn more about what we're doing.
And you know what's interesting, guys? I don't know if I ever shared this with you, Richard. So I'll share this with you too. Why we started giving ourselves a report card. The reason we started giving ourselves a report card, I come from marketing too. And one of the things I hated hearing was 50% of my marketing works. I just don't know which 50%. It used to drive me insane hearing people say that. I'm like, oh, why does that statement have to be true? And so we said, what if we stopped giving people a reason to guess, right? And started giving people a fact. You invested this, here's how well it worked for you. Boom. You invested this, here's how well it worked. So you never have to think, is my investment working or not, right? And so that's why we started giving ourselves a report card. Here, since you guys aren't sharing for us, I'll share for us. We will never be bored, Richard.
Nobody heard that cheer because you didn't share the sound. That was hilarious.
I didn't share the sound?
Cheering by yourself there.
I still am not sharing the sound.
That was fun. I enjoyed that.
No, wait a second, Richard. You didn't hear that cheering?
No, I didn't hear the cheering.
Share computer.
I'll cheer for you though. I'll cheer for you if you want.
Hold on a second. I got to go back since we have an amazingly. Why is this happening? Go back. Stop it. Why are we going all the way over here? So guys, we're going to keep going. I'm going to figure out the cheering thing so you guys can actually hear the cheering in a second. But look, why did, as you guys know, Lenders One is choosy and picky. They don't just let anyone in. They very much care about who comes to service their community. And here's one of the reasons they chose Sales Boomerang to come and service you guys and be a partner for you. We are literally number one in the following categories in the lending space. Like, not we think in number one. This is it. This is what we are leaders in this space. And it's not us. It's you and us. It's for you. You're number one when you turn this on in ROI, in retention, in profit per loan, in the lowest cost of acquisition. Like, that is areas in every environment, but in this environment, you definitely want to have those things. And guys and gals, of course, we have the hardware to back it up. It's not just Sales Boomerang patting ourselves on the back. It's recognized within the industry, outside the industry, you name it. We are doing all the things we can to overserve you guys and overserve this community. So what does it look like? What does working with Sales Boomerang look like? Well, right now, if you look at yourself and your business, your database may look like this, right? So if you're going to look at the screen at all during this conversation, the next couple slides are good reasons to look at the screen. Okay. This is what most databases look like today. This is what the databases of the top lenders and tech lenders in the industry look like. But that's what your database can look like, right? If the Rockets of the world can invest $100 million into creating this, there's a reason they've done that, right? You don't have to invest that same 100 million. We've commercialized this process. And to be honest with you, and just keep this between us, don't share this with Rocket. Between you and I, our solution is way better because we are not thinking about one company. We have, as you saw, 200 plus companies that we work with. And that means we use a community-based knowledge approach where if something works for one lender and we have lots of lenders that look like that one lender, we give the advice to improve the results for all the lenders in our community and not just the one. Rocket does it for Rocket. That's hooray for Rocket. We're doing it for the community, always. We're always doing it for the community. And so you don't have to spend $100 million to get this. We've already built a commercial solution. You already have an army of data scientists that are doing this for you, and they're automating it, and they're doing it in a way where your loan officers don't have to learn new technology, don't have to remember a password, don't have to log into anything at all. It literally comes to them through all the existing tech that you have in place. We integrate with every CRM, all the marketing automation platforms there are to help bring all of these events to life. It's not just important to get the event. It's not just important to know that there's a cash out opportunity. It's important to put it into action, and put it into action with the right content, which is everything you get with us. Go ahead, Richard.
I was just going to say that I'm buying a home right now, right? I'm loan locked. I'm closing soon. And we did our application almost a month ago. And my wife's name and my name are both on that application, right? And Rocket just yesterday sent us the letter, sent my wife a letter just yesterday. So I literally have proof that we are way better, because you're going to get it within 24 hours from Sales Boomerang. You're going to get that piece of intelligence. And so, but the really important thing is that my wife's never touched Rocket before. They're buying data on the whole country.
Yeah.
Right. So they knew that they knew that my wife was in the market for a mortgage. And there's other massive companies, you know their names, that are doing the same thing.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Put you on an even playing field.
That's the beauty.
Not better.
I would argue better, Richard, only because, again, they're doing it for themselves, and they're not looking at all the nuances that exist in other types of business setups. We're looking at all of that, and where we're giving recommendations, it's for you and your style of business and what it means to you and your style of business. And look, the results, again, speak for themselves. Over $200 billion in new volume originated. And what do we focus this on, guys? We focus this business on the fact that there will be about 11 mortgage-related transactions in a consumer's life. You just saw Alice's story. There was 9 transactions, in her life that we know to date. So there may be more coming, but we know 9, right? And so what we're the best in the world at is getting you to all 11. If you meet somebody on that first purchase in 2010, you will be there for them for their last experience in 2050 for their reverse mortgage. Will you win every deal? That's going to be, and we're working on this too, by the way, but that's going to be based on your team. But we're going to put you guys in a position to have a chance to win every single opportunity. But if nothing else, you'll get to step up to the plate for every opportunity. And just so you know, all those purchases and purchase events that could happen in investment properties, if you're working with agents, guess what? We help you refer that business back to the agent so that your agent knows you got their back, and that you're not just asking for referrals, but you're actually bringing referrals, right? Also, we get this question a lot, and I know you might be thinking this too. I was just waiting to see if they're thinking it, Richard, but no one's responding still. We get this question a lot about, hey, how quickly do we get to realize the value of getting our database to come to life, right? Turn the lights on inside your database, in every home in your database. Let's turn the lights on so you can see what's happening inside your consumers' lives, so you can help them out. And the answer is day one. This is the truth. Day one. This is a real life example. I have another example to show you in just a second. 34,000 records. The first day they turned it on, 85 opportunities for over $39 million in potential volume. Week 1, 514 for over 233 million. And month 1, almost 2,000 opportunities for almost $1 billion in potential volume. So it works day one, but it's consistently working and growing every single day for you. That's one example. Here's another example of just a larger group. And in the first month, they had over 2 billion in opportunities from their database. I mean, that is, so today, if any one of you is complaining about not having enough volume, not having enough units, not getting profitable, getting too skinny, we're not talking to enough people, you have no one to blame but yourself. And I mean that in the best way possible. I am trying to get your attention here for a minute, everyone. There is a solution to this problem. It's in front of you. Do not look at yourself 3 months from now and go, why are we still in the same place? Why are we just getting a little bit of traction? Why aren't we in better shape than some of our other counterparts and what we're seeing in the market? this is one sure way to get you guys back up to, it's the stabilization of your business, right? You need to stabilize yourself right now. Every opportunity that exists in your customer base would typically do business with you faster than a random conversation. This is not Alex talking. This is Harvard Business Review that's talking about it. People like doing business with people they've business with before. A little bit more of a trust factor. It already exists unless you've really done a horrible job with them. Even if you did, and this isn't, I don't know, I see you smiling, Richard. We have a relationship with experience.com as we do with the integration through Mortgage Coach. And we always say that if we deliver an alert and you get the review attached to the alert that then gets delivered in the total cost analysis for Mortgage Coach, even if it's a bad review, use that bad review to remind the person of your relationship and explain to them that you took their bad review as a lesson and you've improved every single thing they left in their review. It is an awesome turnaround where you meet them head on. Last time we did business together, you gave me a 2-star review because I didn't have it. I wasn't following up with you fast enough. Guess what? We've implemented 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 technologies, these systems. We've solved all of that. Allow me to earn your business again. Believe me, that goes a long way when you can show a borrower that you've done everything they've asked for to do to create a better service for them. Go ahead, Richard.
I was just going to say that we just released a case study last week for Premier Nationwide Lending. Over 20% of their volume came from Sales Boomerang Intelligence in 2021. It's a big number, right? That's a very big number. Would you, anybody listening, would you like to add 20% to your volume? I think that's pretty significant. If you want to know how to do that, you want to learn more, reach out. Let's have a conversation. Richard.g at salesboomerang.com, Alex.K at salesboomerang.com. We'd love to talk to you.
Yeah, we'll throw that into chat too. And guys, you guys, through Lenders One, you guys have some special benefits. So just so everyone understands, we are not looking to just give data to people. We are constantly looking in ways of shaking things up and making a brand new modern lending experience for you and the borrower. How do we do that? Well, we start to ask crazy questions. What if we could turn your entire customer base, your entire database into your own personal loan search engine? Literally dial in the type of loan you want to do. And why do we call it a search engine? Why are we referring to it as a potential search engine? Because think about this. When you do a search in a search engine, you are not looking for information that is useless to you. You're actually looking to answer a question you have, solve a problem you might be having, or look to take advantage or in doing something, going somewhere, right? Like a restaurant or a vacation, or, who is the 14th president? When was this discovered? Right? You're looking for information to take action on something. Well, imagine saying to your database, who in my database has $50,000 in tappable equity and is qualified to do some kind of cash out, something like that, right? Just imagine saying that to your database, and the database then gives you back every single person that meets every single criteria you have to be able to make this offer. All right. Now, I hope you can hear this cheering this time. Still nothing? Nothing.
Crickets.
Nothing at all.
But it's
cheering.
super entertaining though.
That's super entertaining to watch me click buttons and it doesn't work. Why is it not sharing? Hold on a second. I'm going to reshare because that's not, I wanted everyone to hear this. Share sound. But you heard the music playing, right?
I did hear the music playing. Yeah.
How about now?
It starts and then it stops, but it doesn't matter.
So weird.
I'll cheer you, Alex. You are killing it, man.
Look, guys, how do we get to loans? How do we get to a search engine? We start with prescriptive scenarios. We turn your database into a loan search engine by first giving you a chance to prescribe the best types of loans to your borrowers, right? And you do this by first identifying and saying, hey, in my database, I need to know everyone that has a home value of $400,000, has a FICO score of at least 750 or higher, has 50,000 in tappable equity and at least $10,000 in revolving credit card debt. That's just a concept. And then every single day, when someone in your database meets that criteria, you get notified. That is your prioritized list to contact. Think about how often your loan officers are like, I don't know who to call and what to say, so I'm just going to randomly start calling people and hopefully I get somebody on the phone. It's the worst, especially for junior loan officers. They don't know what to do. But when you get a notification that says, this is it, this is your sales pitch, this is your reason, this is the value, this is the service call, it becomes much easier and you're not wasting people's times. This is, by the way, one of the most powerful notifications we have in the system now. I'd say in this environment, it is the most powerful because of the 3 pivots that happen here. You have the move up, move down pivot, right? If I get a notification on a cash out with somebody that has $114,000 in tappable equity like this person does, and I see they live in Phoenix, maybe they're a little bit older, if I look at their profile and find out that they're 58 years old, maybe I'm doing a move down conversation. Hey, you got plenty of money, put some money in your pocket, sell the property, move down, less space to manage, and you have some extra cash available too. Maybe it's a reverse conversation, right? Which you guys will see here. There's a whole reverse notification. But the other thing in a cash out is a move up. You have a younger couple, right? That makes sense to talk about a move up. But this alert is so important because you can pivot from move up, move down to a debt consolidation conversation, right? And then if that's not working, you have an entire cash out investment track, a cash flow conversation. Everyone on the call, if you're not talking cash flow to your borrowers right now, you're missing out on a huge opportunity. Every one of your borrowers should be thinking about how to take the equity and put it to work before the market self-corrects and all that equity goes to waste. I'm speaking from experience. I am about to do a HELOC or a cash out myself, just so I can take advantage of all of the money that's sitting in this house that happened from this boom. I don't want to see it level out and I miss out on a lot of money. And so I think that's a huge conversation for you all to be having. Go ahead, Richard.
Well, on cash out, I was going to make one quick note. Credit cards rose by a seasonally adjusted annual rate of 21%. Revolving credit card debt, plastic. Yeah. This year over last year, 21%. Which this is the highest of all time, credit card debt. So your loan officer teams, forget Sales Boomerang for a second, right? The alert is super valuable, but definitely make sure that every one of your loan officers knows how to talk about cash out, because so many Americans are in need of this right now, right? The highest in history, 21% increase between last year and this year. It always happens after a period where rates are rising. I did my research on this one. This happens every single time, and we're hitting a new high ever in history of plastic and credit card debt. So definitely want to make sure your loan officers are having those conversations with your borrowers right now, because they're going to be in need. It's very high interest debt, right? We're talking 19, 29%, right? Where do you want that debt? Do you want that debt in the home that could be, 5 to 6% right now? Or do you want it on a 19% on a credit card that they are just revolving and not unable to pay down?
Yeah, I got 2 stories on this. I got one story where I was speaking to someone that said they they live in an older house, are going to go get their roof redone. The roofer that came out and gave them a quote, which is really expensive, 6-figure type of quote. They're like, we have a 9.5% interest rate on this. If you guys want to use our money, they were like, nope, we're just going to take cash out of our equity and we're going to pay, 5% instead of 9.5%. So literally taking the money out of their house to do this. And by the way, it's a double positive here, right? They save money on the interest rate from the company and they're improving the value of their home at the exact same time. So it's a win-win. And then the next story is, I just talked to a loan officer that had did somebody's loan in 2020 or 2021 or 2020. I can't remember. It was like a 3% interest rate. He's got them up in 5.2% interest rate right now. They did a cash out, but their cash flow was so bad that at the end of the cash out, they actually saved the family over $3,000 a month, even though their interest rate went up to over 5% where it was from 3%. It's insane. MI removal notifications, right? You guys need to know those. That's laid down, very positive conversation, make it easy for people to save money. Rate and term, of course, as that changes, you guys will have a lot more of those, but you'll be shocked to hear that there's over 2.6 million Americans still with interest rates in the 6s in the United States. It's crazy. And most of those people, the report said that most of those people were because they had financial issues, credit issues, and so they couldn't take advantage of the low rates in 2020 and 2021. They just weren't eligible. So there's still a lot of opportunities there. And of course, reverse, if anyone's getting reverse, which is happening a lot right now in the industry. Just got off the phone with a lender that said, I'm talking about 45 minutes ago, who said they're opening up a reverse division in their company because this is an unprecedented time in the United States, and they want to take advantage of these opportunities. Of course, you guys know, or if you don't know, we are merged, Sales Boomerang and Mortgage Coach are under one umbrella now. And that is a huge value to everyone that works with either Mortgage Coach or Sales Boomerang, because you're going to get access to the mutual systems with some specific value adds for you that doesn't exist anywhere else or individually if you're using one or the other. Once you bring us together, there's some extreme value. And you guys know that the best of the best use Mortgage Coach. They, there's a great quote out there, and I think Richard, you shared with me. Give me a phone and Mortgage Coach, and that's all I need.
That's all I need.
That's all I need. And now it's give me a phone, a Mortgage Coach, and Sales Boomerang, and that is all I need. And so
you also get access to a lot of what Dave Savage is putting out there. They're doing scripting with some of the best producers in the country on Sales Boomerang alerts. So your loan officers will learn how to speak to and be black belts in all of these different alert types. Exactly what to say to the borrower, because a mortgage can be complicated, right? And you should be able to speak their language and make it a clear decision for the borrower, no matter what their situation's in.
Yep. And we're working on a TCA. That's the total cost analysis, the presentation that Mortgage Coach produces. We're working on a light version so that your loan officers that want the full suite, but maybe weren't ready to invest in a Mortgage Coach full suite, we're giving everyone a chance to get the presentation so that they are as professional as the best in the industry. And then you can grow from that. You can invest in enhancing it, but at least you have the best presentation to go to the table with, and then make improvements from there. And guys, look, I love to highlight this right here. Well, let's go back. The 29% piece here. So important to highlight. This was from one case study, but just imagine this one lender was able to increase conversion rates by 29%. And this is a huge lender. We're talking about over 1,000 loan officers in this organization. And if they were across the board able to increase their conversion rates by 29% when incorporating Mortgage Coach, I think any smaller organizations can do that or better, because you're a little bit more controlled in the way that you can communicate and expect and inspect what you expect, right? You're tracking your team's results. So really amazing results. If you guys aren't using Mortgage Coach, you guys should definitely be looking at that. And why do we bring them up? Of course, you guys know we're as I mentioned earlier, we're under one umbrella. And what's happened is this created this perfect combination of speed and conversion. You get to the consumer first. 80% of our notifications are offense driven, meaning you're talking to the consumer before the consumer gets to the market. And then of course, with Mortgage Coach, you can 3x your conversion speed, how quickly they convert, because informed borrowers make decisions 3 times faster, right? So if something typically takes 3 weeks for them to go, yeah, I think I'll do this, you're looking at a week. And in this market, that's what you're going to need. Every market you need this. Everyone's like speed to lead, speed to lead, speed to lead. That's great. I say, we get you to the customer before they're even a lead. So let everyone focus on speed to lead. You're talking to the customer before they're even a lead in the market. And then while everyone else is trying to get someone to close within a month or two, you're getting them to close within a week or two, right? And so this is the combination. Let's get into some of the other notifications. Equity alerts. Your entire organization needs to know this, and so do the realtors that you work with. You both need to be informed on the equity positions of your customers. And I'm not just talking about an insight. Oh, they're at 98% LTV. Now they're at 97. Now they're at 96. No. You do not want to waste your time. You do not want to waste your borrower's time. You want to set the target at a level that you can help your consumer. That's what you do with Sales Boomerang. Set the target. You get the notification when they reach the target you've set, and then you can go to work, right? You can instantly add value to the consumer, to the agent, to yourself. It's an extremely powerful notification. Richard, stop me at any time if you want to jump in.
No, I love it, man. I mean, look, we're the good news company. These are great phone calls to make. You're just helping people. Hey, your credit improved. You're going to save $100 or $200 on your payment. What a great phone call to get, right? That's for me. That's how I look at us, and that's why loan officers love us, because they're just delivering good news.
I'm going to share the story because this was one of the first stories I heard. This was in 2017. It was at the end of the year of 2017, the year that we launched, right? We launched on Valentine's Day of 2017. And I remember getting a call where this loan officer reads an email that was sent to the loan officer's manager from an older lady. I forget what state she was in, but she basically wrote an email to the manager and said, I just want to thank you and your company for doing what you did for me, because I did not know that I was qualified for any mortgage at all because of my credit. And you guys called me and said that my mortgage has improved and that my credit has improved, that I'm qualified, I wouldn't have even asked anyone. I wouldn't have even gone to pull my credit. I wouldn't have even tried again because I've been denied so much that I didn't want to try. And she was so excited that somebody called her and told her the good news and that she didn't have to go to the market. It was one of those moments in my life that I was like, wow, I think we're really onto something here. When people are that grateful and calling a mortgage company and thanking them, I feel like we've stumbled into something great. And obviously the results have been amazing since then. So rate watch alerts letting you know when someone in your database is ready for a loan because of where their current rate position is. Right now, you're going into your systems and looking for those opportunities. This system is designed to bring it to you so you don't have to search for it, right? Saving you time. We laugh a lot about this, but this is really important to us. If we can give you a couple hours back a day to go spend time with your wife, your kids, your husband, your family members, your favorite thing, play some music, do some hiking, swimming, running, whatever it is you do. If we can help you get your time back and still produce the same or better results, hopefully better, right? Then it's a huge win. Just getting those time, and this gives you your time back in a huge way. For all of those that are selling your mortgages, it is so painful to get early payoffs and have to pay back commissions and penalties and things like that. We want to prevent that. So we have a system that helps you prevent that. We have an early payoff notification letting you know that there could be an early payoff here. Get on this right away. This person is in the market. This person is taking action on something. And if you don't respond, they will take a mortgage with somebody else. We also have a mortgage inquiry solution that will tell you when your borrowers are cheating on you. They're getting their credit pulled for a mortgage solution with another lender, and you didn't know about it. One of the most powerful defensive alerts, but what you noticed, everything up until this point was all offense. This is a defensive alert. Here's another defensive alert, right? They're already acting. How are you going to react or respond? Let's not react. Let's make sure we're always responding, not reacting. Reacting sometimes is too emotional. We make the wrong decisions. Let's respond. Let's have a plan of action. Response and reaction are two different things. When you respond, you know exactly what you're doing. When you're reacting, you're hoping something will go right. So respond properly. This is one of the highest converting notifications we have because our system is so fast to get this information to you. And so there's a lot of buy side opportunities left when there's a listing, and there's a lot of referral still opportunities left here because we're getting 8 to 9% of every listing is a for sale by owner. So there's a lot of opportunity there. There's so much here to be able to connect your agents with the consumer, even post listing, even if it's not them that's listed for the consumer, because agents don't have enough good reference points to come back to their customers and just say hello. This is one of those great ones. We also have an amazing talk track on how to get your agents exclusively sending business to you. It is literally doubling agents' sales. It is literally helping you explode your purchases. If you're interested in that, I'm serious. Do not hesitate. We are getting packed. From the 200, oh my goodness, that 267 is probably a 2-week-old number. I think we're like at 275 at this point. So almost 300 lenders that we're working with. Every single one of them is asking us to give this presentation to their branches and to their agent partners. So if you're interested, get on this list and get the presentation done. We are showing you how to get your agents to refer business exclusively to your loan officers. If that's important, you got to sign up for it, because you're not going to get this presentation until September if you wait. And it's extremely powerful. So make sure you get on it. If you've been quiet this whole time, don't be quiet. Say something now, because you guys want to get access to that if that purchase piece is important.
It really is awesome. I mean, literally every realtor we've talked to, every loan officer, every client, every prospect, every single person wants it. And the reason is, all the loan officers are doing right now is holding their hands out and saying, please, realtor, give me a referral. And this program enables you to give more opportunities to them by monitoring their database. And in turn, they become completely loyal to you. Our customers that are doing this and doing it right, man, they are killing it.
It's beautiful. You said it perfectly, Richard. It's beautiful. For all of those with portfolios, if you're servicing your loans, if you're originating and servicing, this is a program you have to look into. As powerful as we talked about the real estate side, this is for servicing. Sub-servicers, you qualify for this too. as long as you are managing the process for your client. We'll explain for those that need it. But this is a super power for those that are originating and servicing. And then, of course, we already talked about our conversion reports that tell you your ROI, but there's other reports too. This is extremely important in this market. Life events, again, for purchase related things, for those people that are rate locked and you're like, oh, I have these loans that I'm not going to be able to do anything for a long time. Guess what makes people take loans and change their current position? Life events, death, empty nesters, marriage, divorce, kids being born, all of that makes people make decisions that are relevant and important for their life. And hey, doesn't matter if I have a 3% interest rate, if I just got married and I need to get out of my house and into a bigger home because my wife is pregnant, I'm making a life decision, not a business decision. So those are very important. Loan loss reports are critical. Go ahead, Richard.
That's another one. The lens, man. Imagine if you could tell your realtor referral partners every single time someone has a baby or gets divorced or gets married. Come on, you definitely want to know that. Those are the indicators for buying a home, right?
Yeah.
Those are always the move up. Move up if you have a kid. If you're getting married, you're probably going to get into a bigger space. So your realtor partners will love you for this, and our partners, our lenders that are doing this correctly with listing and lens. They can be very, very concrete with the realtors, work together to help the borrower. It is a beautiful, beautiful, between the borrower, it's a triangle between the borrower, the lender, and the realtor. It's just a wonderful triangle relationship. So.
Yeah, I mean, look, you guys know this. We said this a second ago. Everyone keeps fighting for speed to lead. We're saying get to the customer before they're a lead, like before they're a lead. Then you don't have to worry about them being a lead. You're there already, and 79% are making decisions with the first lender they speak to. That statistic has not changed. That statistic has been that statistic for going on 2 years now. That about 80% of people just go with the first person they speak with. Right. So be there first, not first to the lead, but first to the conversation. And this is the types of things that do it. Also, loan loss reports. This is really, really important for those groups that are looking to scale their business, looking to identify where their strengths and weaknesses are in their company, who are the strong performers, who are underperforming, how well are you doing overall? Are you hurting? Are you bleeding? Are you retaining? Incredible report letting you know where the borrower went to take a loan. So who they did a loan with, what type of loan they did it with, what was the loan amount, all of the details you need to know. And then you can track that back to your branches, to your loan officers. Incredible report. And then another killer report for realtors and you. It's filling out the demographics of the profile of your consumer so that you are in the know, and then you can position your marketing, your communication, your outreach based on what you know about them and not have to guess about them. Super insightful for agents and lenders together. And I think that's it, right? I think that's all we got. And we wanted to save, we got about 15 minutes for Q&A. So let's stop sharing for a second. I have a feeling we're going to have everyone that was quiet in the beginning is just going to go nuts right now. They can't wait to ask questions and go.
I love it.
Man.
Applause. There we go.
Yes.
So good.
My cheering wasn't working and the communication. Look, I'm assuming you are just so blown away that you're speechless is what I'm going to assume. But we're excited to be here at Lenders One. I hope that all of you touch base with us and allow us to show you what makes us great partners and why so many have already chosen us and making this part of their overall strategy and not just a Band-Aid solution for a problem to solve. So Richard, anything you want to add before we wrap it up?
No, I would just reach out to us, schedule a strategy call. Our emails are in there. You could reach out to Alex. You can go to the website, schedule a strategy call. Alex K at salesboomerang.com, Richard.G at salesboomerang.com, or just reach out to the website and schedule a strategy call. We'd love to talk to you. We've got a good offer for Lenders One members. You'll hear about that as soon as just tell us where you heard about us through Lenders One, and looking forward to having the conversation.
Yeah, we certainly are. We certainly are. Great stuff, Richard. Thanks, everyone. I hope you heard us. For all of those of you watching the recording, I hope you enjoy this as well. And we'll see you guys at the next live event.